buenos días. Yo soy Señora Gonzalez. My name is Miss Gonzalez. Señora, because I'm married, Gonzalez. Now, you may have also used yo me amo, and that's okay. It's just your preference. So, buenos dias, good morning, or buenas tardes, good afternoon, depending when you are watching this tutorial. Okay, hoy vamos a repasar. We're going to review subject pronouns, pronombres de sujeto. Super important because we need to know this when we get ready to start conjugating. We're going to learn them in a certain order in a chart form because this chart form is something you're going to see a lot when we're learning grammar, gramática. So let's start from the beginning. Again, hola, yo soy Señora González. Yo me llamo Señora González. Let's start. Repasar. Let's review. Subject pronouns. We find it in a box. A box of 6. Super easy. We have them in 2 different sides. We have singular and plural. Remember, singular is when you're by yourself, you're single, or plural is when there's more than one person. So when we look at these, this will be the side that has our plural subject pronouns, okay? And this will be our subjects that are singular. First one is yo. We all know yo. Yo me amo, okay? That means I. In Spanish, remember, there are 2 yous right here. We have informal and formal, okay? So, tú means you. ¿Cómo te llamas tú? Okay? ¿Cuál es tu color favorito? We use that when we're talking informally. We know that person. That's our friend. We know them by first name basis. Or they're younger than us. Your little sister, okay? Little brother. We use that tú. Then we go to the third box. So this is called first person, second person, third person. First person singular, second person singular, third person singular. You may also have heard that in English, but if you haven't, that's what it's called. Third person is él, which means he. Don't forget the accent. Ella, which means she, and usted. That's that other you. So if you're asking a teacher if they want some pizza, you would say usted quiere pizza. But if you're asking your sister, you would say tú quieres pizza. Okay? Now we're moving to our next box. Okay? Super important. These are plurals. Remember, there are more than one person that makes it plural. Okay? In here we have nosotras and nosotras. Nosotros and nosotras. It ends in an OS and the other ends in an AS. They both mean we. However, it's a little bit tricky, okay? So, nosotras means 2 things. It's we, but it's like a whole group of boys. Or a group of boys and girls. We call those mixed. It's a mixed group. Because remember, when we have a room, and if it's all boys and 1 girl, we make it masculine. If it's all girls and 1 boy, it becomes masculine, okay? Nosotras is we, but it's only going to be girls. So if we have a group of girls, we are all going to go out to the movies and a boy joins in, we change to nosotros. Okay, so now we're going to move on to vosotros and vosotras. I don't really know that. Maybe your teacher hasn't covered it. Well, it's because we only use it in Spain. This means y'all, or we call it you plural. Okay, this is informal. So it's kind of like saying tú, 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 tú. Okay, a bunch of tús make vosotros. Okay, now it's the same concept, vosotros and vosotras, this when we're making it masculine and feminine. Okay, so vosotros is you all, right? Informal you, boys, or a mixture of boys and girls. And vosotras is solamente, it's only girls. Okay? Then we move down to our last box. We have ellos, ellas, and ustedes. So ustedes and vosotros are exactly the same concept, but ustedes is considered a formal you plural. Now we use this everywhere else except Spain in the same way you would use vosotras. So we call this y'all, but it's what you would use the southern way, okay? Ellos means they, it's only boys or boys and girls. And ellas is they, all. Okay, so now we're going to move on to vosotros and vosotras. I don't really know that. Maybe your teacher hasn't covered it. Well, it's because we only use it in Spain. This means y'all, or we call it you plural. Okay, this is informal, so it's kind of like saying tú. Okay, a bunch of tús make vosotros. Okay, now it's the same concept, vosotros and vosotras, this when we're making it masculine and feminine. Okay, so vosotros is you all, right? Informal you, boys, or a mixture of boys and girls. And vosotras is solamente, it's only girls. Okay? Then we move down to our last box. We have ellos, ellas, and ustedes. So ustedes and vosotros are exactly the same concept, but ustedes is considered a formal you plural. Now we use this everywhere else except Spain in the same way you would use vosotras. So we call this y'all, but it's what you would use the southern way, okay? Ellos means they, it's only boys or boys and girls, and ellas is they, all females. All right, so we are gonna go ahead and learn a song. I love to learn with songs. My students love songs. So we're gonna use a song in the form of do, re, mi, okay, that version, to go ahead and learn a couple of things. So before we start the song, I'm gonna go over it with you so we can do this together. The more that you learn it, the more that you repeat it, you're going to learn it, okay? So, yo is I, so it's yo is I, and tú is you. Repita. Yo is I, and tú is you. Él and ella, he and she. Él and ella, he and she. Usted is you, more formally. Usted is you, more formally. Now let's do this part together, okay? Yo is I, and tú is you. Él and ella, he and she. Usted is you, more formally. Awesome. So you have the beat. All right. So then we're going to move down to nosotros, nosotras, both mean we. Okay. So let's start this and add this. Yo is I, and tú is you. Él and ella, he and she. Usted is you, more formally. Nosotros, nosotras, both mean we. Ustedes, vos. And so this one's going to be a little bit tricky. So we're going to say ustedes is y'all, the southern way. Vosotros is y'all, but just in Spain. Okay? It actually should be Spain, not Spanish. Why would I do that? All right. So here we go. Yo is I, and tú is you. Él and ella, he and she. Usted is you, more formally. Nosotros, nosotras, both mean we. Ustedes is y'all, the southern way. Vosotros is y'all, but just in Spain. Ellos and ellas both mean they. And that brings us back to yo, yo, yo. Awesome.
Yo is I, and tú is you. Él and ella, he and she. Usted is you, more formally. Nosotros, nosotras, both mean we. Ustedes is y'all, the southern way. Vosotros is y'all, but just in Spain. Ellos and ellas both mean they. And that brings us back to yo, 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 yo.
Is I, and tú is you. Él and ella, he and she. Is you, more formally. Nosotros, nosotras, both mean we. Ustedes is y'all, the southern way. Vosotros is y'all, but just in Spain. Ellos and ella will be there. And that brings us back to yo. Everybody.
And tú is you.
And ella, he and she. Usted is you, more formally. Nosotros, nosotras, both mean we.
Ustedes is y'all, the southern way. Vosotros is y'all, but just in Spain. Ellas love me day, and that brings us back to you.
Awesome. So now we're going to do a little bit of practice, okay? We're going to practice using subject pronouns just to make sure that you got it. So, hopefully y'all took some notes if you had not learned this, but most of you already know this. All right, so we're going to go over a couple of examples to make sure that you got it. So if you are talking to, si están hablando de su amiga, what is amiga, clase? Amiga is a friend. So we're going to just review with tú versus ustedes. Okay? So if we have an amiga, is that tú or is that usted? Well, do you call your friend by the first name? Well, that would be tú. All right. Señora González, is that tú or usted? Well, first thing you should know, tiene un título. It has a title. So you already know you're not calling me by my first name, so that makes me an usted. You might also see it abbreviated UD. It's the same thing, okay? Now, what if we have mi amiga y mi amigo, both of these, what would it become? What would it become?
It will become ustedes.
Yes, it would become ustedes. Now, if we were in Spain, because this would be a tú and this would be a tú, we would also say vosotros. Now, why is it vosotros and not vosotras? Well, you have one girl and one boy. That makes
And masculine.
Masculine plural. Awesome. So if you hear another person in here, we have another student in the classroom just to help us out so it's not so awkward. All right, so now that you kind of have this, what if we had the dog, okay? Mi mascota, my pet. That would be a tú. What about your principal, tu principal? That's usted. What about a doctor? Usted, because you say doctor so-and-so. All right, so you have the idea. So basically, usted is when you're trying to be formal, respectful. You're giving that person respect. And tú is someone you're just comfortable with. You call them by their first name. That would be informal tú. All right, so now that we've got that, let's just kind of go over a few of them. I'm going to write them up here. I want you to kind of follow along and see if you can figure them out. All right, so if we had tú y yo, what would that be? Tú y yo, you and I, you're included. It becomes
Nosotros.
right. We would say nosotros. Now, if you're a female and the other person's a female, then it would be nosotras. But generally, we are going to use nosotros. Okay? What if we had él y ella, él y ella, he and she become they. That would be ellos. Okay? Ellos fueron al parque. They went to the park. Okay? What if we had yo y tú y él? Just think about it. Yo y tú y él. You and I y él went to the movies. Did you go? Yeah. Because you were included, the yo or y yo, it will automatically be we, nosotros. Okay? Or nosotras if it's a group of girls. Y'all got it? Awesome.
Es él.
Now, why is it super important to have this accent? Because without the accent, this means the. Okay, remember? Like you learned L and la before a word. That's the difference. So make sure that we keep that in there. It's super important. we change from a subject pronoun to a definite article. And that's another lesson. All right, let's do a few more practices and see if you guys understand the concept. Okay. Señor Obama. Okay. What if we have Miguel? Okay. What if we had Maria? What if we had Maria y Maria? What if we had Miguel y Maria? Okay, so if we had these, what would the first one be? Señor Obama. Yes?
It would be usted.
Usted. Okay. Miguel.
Él.
Él. Muy bien. María.
Ella.
Ella. María y María. We have
Ellas.
two Marías. Ellas. And the last one, finalmente, Miguel y María would be
Ellos.
ellos. All right, awesome. You guys are rock stars. I hope you enjoyed this repaso of pronombres de sujeto. Adiós.